What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your man. What is it about? 6:57. I got time to do another live. This is y'all go ahead and start sharing this live. I have a State of the Grambling State University address. That's what I should name it. State of the Grambling State University address. Yeah, something like that. Or what's it called? Grambling State University, Tales of a Divided Alumni. And it's so simple. So share it to the groups. I'm not going to use any cuss words, because I think when people share my stuff into a lot of those Grambling alumni groups, they use me using cuss words as an excuse not to allow the video to play, except for one of them. But I think others, if it doesn't sound like it's flattering to Grambling State University, they'd rather not let the video flow. So go ahead and share it. And I'm going to make this quick. I'm not going to be long-winded. Just had to put on my Grambling State University because, I am a Gram fan for life. And hell, we Grambling. And we are one. And what else? Why not Grambling? All that. I'm all that. I'm here for all that, I swear. And regardless of what opinions and thoughts that we have, as it relates to our great university, we all allowed and should be allowed to express whatever we want to, even to the chagrin of others. Even when it makes others uncomfortable, because, the Grambling State University I attended, I was about to say I was allowed to say pretty much whatever I wanted to say. But that's not the case. I had to fight for my speech and free speech at Grambling when I was a student. I did. And there were those who were there. If you were there from 93 to 96, I had to fight for free speech. And a lot of students who went against the going narrative at our beloved Grambling State University had to fight for free speech. And I'm one of those persons who believes that free speech is not just the speech you agree with. And so we seem to have a problem with varying opinions in these various alumni groups. And I think some of those folks who are administrators of some of these alumni groups, they were probably there when I was there and probably hated when I was so free with my speech and when I fought for my speech. I hope I'm not falsely accusing anybody. But recently, the university, be it the coach, the president, whoever else was involved in the deal, made the decision to hire a coach, a fallen coach, a damaged coach, an untouchable, a leftover, a throwaway from Baylor University without a conversation with the alumni. I don't know if they were required to do it, or if they had to or not, but they did it. And it was kind of done kind of secretly because the masses of us didn't know. It wasn't until this young brother, his name was Ricardo Malbrew, he put out an opinion that expressed his dismay about the university's decision to hire this offensive coordinator who was a fallen coach, a damaged coach, a throwaway coach of Baylor University, based on the accusations that were going around of he allegedly was sat quietly as the football team at Baylor University allegedly, reportedly assaulted and raped female students. And it wasn't just him. It was quite a few people who were let go per an investigation, per charges filed by female students and all of this. And so, but consequently, after that, he settled with the university, and according to more reports that came out, this Ari Briles, what's the name? Whatever his name is, Briles, whatever. Anyway, just look it up. And 66-year-old white dude who had he said, "Hallelujah, amen, greetings, saints. Good morning, Dwayne. Good afternoon, Dwayne. What's up, man?" This coach was like an untouchable since 2016. And no university, I think he went to a high school and did something, but no other major white university or lower or not so major university would touch him for the last 5 years. And again, this decision was made to hire him as Grambling's offensive coordinator, was made without a conversation with all of this surrounding him. Nobody decided to let key alumni or the masses of us know. I'm wondering what the students think about this. But anyway, and so that young brother put out an article expressing his dismay about the decision. And it was in one of the Grambling State University alumni pages then. I got it and I reposted that because I thought it was something that should be discussed among the masses of us and all the pages. I tried to put in all the pages. I thought it was a topic that should be discussed. And in the beginning, of course, he was attacked profusely. I was attacked. And I think he was attacked profusely, called all these names, and his integrity, his humanity, was his economic status, all of that attacked because he expressed his dismay at this decision. And other information came out. This said that this coach allegedly was exonerated. He had nothing to do with it. But be that as it may, I put it out as well on alumni pages. A couple of them at least. And yes, I caught those same blues as he did. And I don't regret it. That's why I either come up with original thoughts and opinions to share, thought-provoking, as well as information that I think we should discuss. Because most often in these alumni pages, they try to put forth the best foot forward as it relates to Grambling State University. They don't hardly want to share anything that may be considered not so flattering. It's not required, but it does show balance. It does show that human things are occurring at the university. But these are their pages. These administrators, they're their pages. Even though it says Grambling alum, Grambling State University State support. Everybody who went to the Big G, everyone who graduated with a Grambling degree, you are eligible. That's the assumption when they say alum. But I learned that in these pages that if you're not kissing whatever the current administration's ass, if you're not gung-ho 100%, you're viewed as not an outsider, but not really welcomed, because it's almost like a beehive. When you don't agree with a lot of alumni, these particular groups of alumni who it's almost like a Jim Jones cult-like following, you're viewed as, how can I say, the Black Panther Party at a NAACP meeting. You don't sound very multicultural. You don't sound very diverse. And so we have a lot of this, there's a division that's going on over this particular topic. No, we're going to get past it. I'm already past it. But I'll be at the homecoming. I'll be cheering on my university that I literally put blood, sweat, and tears as well as finances into my education. Anyone who was there from 93 to 96. Because I said, even though I was there from 89 to 94, but I didn't become Rico until I put my first article in the Grambling, and I think that was spring of 92. And then fall 94, I introduced The Campus in the World to my newsletter, in my opinion, by Rico Rivers, that really, as Muhammad Ali once said, shook up the world. And so, but there's two alumni. There's one that's pro anything that goes on at the university, pro showing the squeaky clean, pro football only, it appears. Pro football program only. Because that's what we're seeing to get the backlash from everybody who wants to just push sports. And they didn't say these were sports groups. but all they talk about is Grambling football. Then the rest of us are pro Grambling's survival, pro Grambling's academic prowess, pro students getting the best black experience at this black university. Then that's us. Then you have those, they'll do anything and say anything and sell anything just to win a football game. This is what's going on right now. We have the pro football alumni. You have those of us, we just want the university as a whole to survive. But we're the honest alumni who say, hey, yeah, that's going on, but what about this? And then they will say, don't talk about that. Just talk about, the things that are happy, that are great. But then until end, we see the stuff that you don't want us to talk about. That's the stuff that's dragging the university down. So there is a separation there. I couldn't care less about fucking football. Oops, didn't mean to say that cuss word, but I couldn't. But I know it's part of university life. Anybody. But my thing is, why is it such a divide? Because those of us, we couldn't care less, or we're staunchly against, like the young brother was, or no, we're just not happy with the hiring of this throwaway, this trash, this loser, we're talking about moral loser now, because they said they want to put up his football scores. He led Baylor to this, that, and the other, but how come other schools did not touch him? And I'm regurgitating good questions that were posed in a lot of these posts. And so in the beginning, the pro football alumni are the ones who are coming out like the beehive, just kicking everybody around and bullying everybody who dared say something against this hiring. But something happened in this past week. Because last week I shared that young man's post to alumni page, other alumni pages, and they went in. Rah, rah, like the beehive. No, we want Brails. You a hater. Rah, rah. And some people were saying to him, or possibly to me, well, if you probably don't pay any alumni dues, well, you don't have any right to say anything about anything. And I want to say something to anybody who's ever said that to anyone who opposes or has a different opinion about what's been said on a topic in any of these alumni groups. Let me tell you something. Don't nobody have to pay no monthly or yearly dues in order to be a voice as a Gramblinite. I paid 5 years of undergrad tuition and fees to receive 3 degrees, a bachelor's degree in psychology, a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and an associate's degree in criminal justice. I paid 5 years of loans, tuition, and fees. Then I stayed in 2 more years of tuition and fees. So I paid my damn dues. Now, if I decide to want to pay some alumni dues, I will. But I'm telling you, that does not disqualify me from being a Gramblinite and one who has a voice about whatever is going on at the university that I find out about or that I can look up and research. I can say what I want to say. And anybody who wears this hat, anyone who wears any t-shirt that says Grambling or has a Grambling diploma has the right as a legitimate Gramblinite to say whatever he wants to say. And you can bitch and moan all you want to and try to be sarcastic and condescending and just bullying and your aggressive approach to us all you want to, but you're not going to make me shut up. Because I got my own Facebook page. I don't have to be in the groups to express what I want to say about Grambling. But I go to the pages. If I'm invited, sure, I'll continue to come. But what's going to have to stop is you can't stop the flow of information and thoughts if it's a alumni page. And then there's those who will say, well, create your own. It's not a problem, I guess. If it has to come down to that, it'll be a page where everybody can freely speak. Now, there's some people that's outlandish. But you can't paint a narrative that's not true 100% of the time. We have to go there. And right now, we should have this discussion. Because the discussion should have been brought to us before they made the decision to hire this, quote, controversial, damaged figure. Do you understand? It's no love loss. It's just about undermining of the alumni by the administration. Who do they come to? I found out about this stuff from that when the brother put the post out, like, huh? And who is this cat? And so I did my little research and I got some information sent to me and I went and looked it up and okay. And then when we brought the conversation to the alumni groups, the pages, the administrators came in and out thinking it was funny. Wow, bro, it's too early for that. Oh, bro, we can't think of something else. And so instead of just engaging intelligently in the conversation, a lot of administrators of these alumni pages, well, anyway, when's the season tickets being sold, bro? Grambling by 40, Grambling by 50. You know, being real childish and dismissive. See, that's not how you bring alumni together. That's not how you get all of us, some of us who's been on the fence for 25 and 30 years about becoming members of local or national alumni. That's not how you bring us together by being a jackass. No, because I thought, so maybe I need to go ahead and pay some dues or become a life member. That doesn't make any difference to me. Because, see, I didn't have to be a member of the Gramblinite or be a elected SGA or student government or senior president to have a voice or get in a fraternity to have a voice. I created my own voice with my own newsletter. So I learned then you don't have to go through the system in order to be seen or heard. And that's what y'all need to understand, you purveyors of this perfect narrative of Grambling State University. Now, our school is in trouble. Probably not as much trouble as it was, but it's still things that could possibly jeopardize its university status. It's cool. We're gonna work on it together. And contrary to popular belief, every alumni does not have to be in love with the sitting president or the sitting vice president or the coach. It's not required, but as long as we show each other mutual respect, because we love our university. But it's not required that we just kiss his ass the way you do. I don't have a problem at all with the current president. No, we've seen each other, we're taking pictures, we're very cordial. But he's a public figure, and he is open to whatever criticisms. And do me a favor. I need y'all to stop saying stupid crap like, have you called him personally? Do you have his number? Do 30,000, 50,000 alumni have his personal number? And don't try to Grambling email. How often do they return any of y'all emails? So stop saying that. That's not very bright when you say that. It's so disingenuous. You're actually being a smart ass. Oh, you need to call him personally. No, you can't call the president of the university personally. No. So the Great Divide. You know, this whole, what's the name? Art Braille? I don't even know the dude's name. It's become a national story now. Because I guess months ago, they didn't let the alumni know what they were doing. So now we're getting it. And we are having this conversation. I'm so happy that more people have come on the pages who oppose it. Because at first it was just all the Art Braille sycophants and the fans. Yeah, we gonna win some games. Woohoo! We got a what's called a mystical white man gonna come and save us. We gonna win. Because Coach Prime got y'all losing y'all minds. See, all I do is I listen and I hear what people are saying. And people have made some great points. It's like, wow. Damn, how come we got to be the one to rubble through the trash to get their leftovers? And then, you know, Coach Hugh Jackson just came out of the NFL, right? So y'all gonna tell me Coach Hugh Jackson didn't know not one black dude who worked for an NFL coach as offensive coordinator who's looking for something else to do, maybe to start over from scratch? He didn't know not one black guy. He had to go get a fallen, a discarded, damaged goods, leftover throw up from Baylor. Y'all see what the issue is here? And he may be an exonerated, but still the reputation is there. The damage is done. And it's funny. If this kind of behavior right now reminds me of, you know how Fox TV network first started, the CW and the WB? They weren't about nothing. But then they You got a few black folks, a few sitcoms, and they got their footing in and got their leg up. And then when black folks brought all of the people to the yard, they started canceling all the shows, Martin, Girlfriends, Wayans Brothers, all that stuff. They started canceling and bringing in all of the non-black shows. And it's like we would understand that concept by now. But we don't. We still get impressed because we see somebody white who can do one of our dances. And we still think that the white offensive coordinator's strategies, because it's the same strategy that the black woman used because it's white doing it. Oh, it's got to be a winning formula. Isn't it interesting that Coach Eddie Robinson, for all those years, black men weren't allowed to go in a lot of black spaces, won all those games? No, let's give you before you and I were born. Eddie Robinson was there back in the day and was winning with a whole black staff. I know this video is going to offend you multiculturalists, you intersectionalists, you diversifiers and diversity. What else? Let me see. All these integrationists, diversities, multiculturalists. Yeah, and all these, well, everybody's the same, Negroes. Now I know this video is going to offend you. I'm surprised this t-shirt hadn't offended you. Diversity means death to HBCUs. I just find it amazing that we're just literally falling out over this decision. Yeah, the decision has been made. And all of us are going to be at homecoming 2022 and beyond. We're going to party like it's 1999. We're going to cheer our Grambling football team on to victory. We're going to say hello to each other. And so for anybody to think that I or anybody else who may not be a huge fan of this decision, we're going to be rolling our eyes, and we're not going to do that. We all connected by this. We all Grambling. Remember, hey, we Grambling, baby. We don't act like that. But it still needs to be pointed out that how ugly we're behaving to each other, particularly the football folks. Now I'm going to get back to that behavior. It's really, really weird. Our football legend, Doug Williams, our history-making legend, he expressed his thoughts about it. Shout out to Nancy Bishop. I'm sorry. Nancy, get some hey, girl. James Brooks, what's up, bro? Ramon St. Clair, what's happening? We got in, and people were flat out disrespecting Doug Williams because of his opposing opinion of the hiring. A man who was more than qualified to give an opinion. He led Washington Redskins to the first black quarterback to lead a team to the Super Bowl in history. Became a coach at Grambling State University. He's earned his stripes. But we talked about this man. Like he was nothing. Drug him in those groups, in one of those groups. Drug him in those groups. And that was disgusting. Disgusting. Made posts about him. And then you try to compare him working for the Washington Commanders. I think their leader, their owner of the Washington Commanders are going through a sexual harassment thing. And then y'all like 5-year-olds with Doug Williams, what you got to say about Dan Snyder going through? I said, you kidding me? What's that got to do with anything? Y'all gonna drag our legend through the mud because of some throwaway from Baylor? Some less than? Some dude that won't no other university touch. But our HBCU, our black school, dug into the trash to pick him out. Great job, Hugh Jackson. I still think you're awesome for Grambling, but, great job, brother. Because you were there, Hugh Jackson, in the NFL. All these black dudes who are probably not getting their shine or their shot as head coach in the NFL would have loved to have taken that offensive coordinator job. But, let me talk to you diversity blacks, you inclusionary blacks, you multicultural blacks. Let me say this to you who are Grambling alums. I find it interesting that y'all said this. A lot of you said this about folks who oppose this hiring. Again, we've accepted that he's been hired. It's cool. I'm just talking about your language and your attitudes, because people are opposed or not who are not huge fans of this particular hiring, right? If you ain't paid your dues, alumni dues and live members and all that, you don't really have no say so. You probably don't give no donations to Grambling. And like I just said, we don't have to pay a dime. We paid our money in tuition and fees, undergrad and graduate school. But especially if you are a Grambling alumni and you ain't send none of your children to Grambling or no black school, how about you STFU with your lame ass? You don't have the right to say anything about Grambling either, because obviously you didn't think it was good enough to send your children. So you close your mouth. Now we're going to drag Doug Williams. Doug Williams ain't done nothing to nobody. He ain't got no record of harassing anybody and all this kind of stuff. I mean, they start just hitting below the belt. Hitting below the belt. For nothing. He was our legend. Doug Williams is our fucking legend. How dare you disrespect him for this loser? I mean, morally. Y'all don't know really what happened. All y'all know is legally he was found not to be, I guess, in trouble or one who condoned the behavior. But y'all don't know either. You don't know as much. You know as little as you're accusing us to know. You weren't there. You don't know what he did. But just so happened to have any evidence on him. And so the world is looking at Grambling like, dang, when the world wouldn't touch him, Grambling goes to the trash and gets him. But all because you want football games to be won. But y'all same folks, I'm talking about these alumni who just trying to tear everybody apart because we don't agree with this crap. Y'all don't go this hard for the academic programs. You don't. You don't go this hard with all this fervor and this vitriol that you've spewed for a week and a half to anybody that you thought didn't agree with this decision. Oh yeah, ugly, mean, personal, underhanded, below the belt. Oh yeah, you've been ugly. But it's all right, because we're all connected by this. And I ain't mad at you. Y'all know how I do. I express my thoughts. We're going to see each other. We're going to say hi at homecoming. Well, at least y'all better say hi. Don't roll your eyes at me now, because I don't ever roll my eyes at y'all. If you don't like the words I'm saying, say hi to me. And y'all know I always say hi to people in public. But we're going to have to get this Grambling thing together. And we're going to have to sit through this shame that we decide to pick up and dust off. But people made some good points like, damn, what if it's a black dude who was accused of all of that? Who would pick him up? For all you folks, well, people need a second chance. Well, we sure know how to pull out the good stuff when it's something we want. And that confirmed for me that all y'all care about is football. You don't care about the students. All you care about is winning games. Because Coach Prime at Jackson State got y'all running crazy, acting stupid, just losing your minds. And Coach Prime hadn't made, if we want to talk about Coach Dion and Coach Prime, he hadn't made any kind of controversial hirings like this. People coming to Coach, volunteer, hey, Coach, how can I be down, Coach? So Hugh, in the future, man, be more mindful of the alumni when you make decisions like this. These, it's going to be controversial decisions. I don't have a problem with people giving a second chance, but we have to stop acting. We have to stop pretending that we haven't been in America for over 200 years. And when have we been given a second chance? Look at the prison system. When have black men been given a second chance? Look at all the probation they've thrown black men for thumping a cigarette down on the ground. Having one blunt, 6 years of probation. Here in Texas. Damn near at least three, if not jail time. But y'all sure can't put on your human glasses when y'all looking at Caucasians. Oh yeah, y'all put on your human glasses. Let's give them a second chance. It's like, well, look, I don't care what's going on. I don't care if he got caught with a trunk full of keys. Can the man win some games? Oh, he can? Well, let's bring him on. We'll ask for forgiveness later. That's what y'all sound like. Don't sound very dignified in a group with standards. Long as we win. They always want to bring up fucking diversity and multiculturalism when it suits you. Because you want to win football games. But where was all this energy and all this cry for a second chance when Dr. Cosby was being falsely accused by 100 women from 130 years ago? What was all this? Well, we got to give Dr. Cosby a chance. And all the women on here who ignored the plight of those women who allegedly raped or assaulted at Baylor, I was shocked. I was shocked. Good morning. Hey, Molly. I was shocked at the women who were coming in. Hey, it's okay. He didn't pay this dude. But y'all didn't have that same forgiveness for Dr. Cosby. A man who's actually given something to HBCUs. A man who gave us images on television. Shout out to the Cosby Show in a different world. Who gave us millions of dollars worth of game. And you still cut down the middle. I don't know. I think he did. It was too many white women that came out and accused him. But y'all just ignored all what this white boy did. Well, he was found not guilty. Dr. Cosby was found not guilty too. But y'all still haven't accepted him back in our good graces. A lot of us have, but most of you haven't. Because you believe what they said about him. So that's what I'm saying. And then, and for those of you who say, so hold on 1 second, y'all. Nancy, what'd you say? So I'm behind and I'm thinking that there's a division due to hiring of a white man. No, it's not like that, Nancy Gibson. It's the division. You have to go back and call me. I'll tell you. Call me. If you have my number, call me when I get out of this live, okay? It's interesting. Gene Scroggins, what's up? So what's up to your brother, man? E. Donaldson, what's good? Nobody, hey, Pro Walker, nobody, we didn't give this same forgiveness for Dr. Cosby. And these are things I'm noticing. I mean, people going at it, clawing and scratching. This is Grambling State University alumni. Of course, not all, because I know all of us, all 50, 60,000, whatever, 100,000 of us are now on these alumni pages. It's about people. Some people have standards. What Doug Williams was talking about, we're better than that. We're bigger than that. We're better than that. Then other people don't have any standards. Hey, Lynn, what's up, sweetheart? Some of us act like we don't have any standards. Just want to win football games. For me, homecoming is what it is. Homecoming. Seeing people I haven't seen in years or hadn't heard from. That's what it is for me. And so people are willing to throw integrity, school reputation, school standards out the window because you want this damaged goods to be an offensive coordinator. Now, for those of you who say, there are those, Nancy, this part here's the funny part. You got those alumni who tried to throw cheap shots like people are just so lowbrow and unintelligent or so racially out of touch. It's because he's white, isn't it? Nobody even mentioned his race except for you. Because you run out of reasons, you run out of counterproductive arguments for our opposition. So you're going to throw out the race. It's because he's white. No, it's not because he's white. But it is because he's white that y'all want him. How about that? It is because of his race that y'all want him. Because I don't care. It's 2022. We still think like 1942, 1952, 1962, as they told us. If it's white, it's right. If he got ice, it's got to be colder. And if he does a strategy for offensive coordinator, it's got to be a winning formula because he's white. We were thinking like, whoa. For those of us on the other side, we were thinking, damn. we have a reputation at Grambling. We don't want to look like the school that drags around the garbage can and look for leftovers, anything we can get to try to win a football game. See, those are the football people I'm talking about. See, the rest of us are about the programs at Grambling, making sure they're accredited. And by the way, congratulations on the engineering program being reaccredited or credited again. So I'm going to give the credit out there in the shots. But it's a lot more stuff that needs to go on. Because it's some more stuff I noticed. I'm going to show y'all in another day about our dear old school. Some of the football lovers won't tell you. And then you have these folks that say, well, you got to have a football team because it recruits, it brings a lot of people. First of all, it is not the football team's job or its main purpose to be the main recruitment tool of a university. It's the recruitment department of the university who's supposed to be doing that. So it lets you know it must be something wrong with Grambling's recruitment department. Are they underfunded or undermanned? Because we're sitting here, we actually said out loud, members of Grambling State University alumni said out loud, well, we need the football teams so they can bring in revenues. Are you kidding me? So how do you think those schools that don't have a football team, PWIs, they don't have a football team, or they have one, but the football team is not really ranked. They just have one. Stanford, Harvard, you know, those other schools. But they have millions and billions of dollars flowing through the school, and about this much of it is football program. Well, how does that work? I think Morgan State just put something up there. They're saying their enrollment is up 64%. Because they tried this thing called open admission. Something like that. They dropped the ACT score and dropped some of the fees from the out-of-state tuition, out-of-state fees, dropped some of the prices. They did, and their tuition and their enrollment is up. And so, but every time this topic of open admission is brought to a Grambling alumni page, you get these uppity blacks. No, we need the top tier students. No, if they can't make a 29 or 38 or 59 or 100, whatever, we need the top of the cream of the crop of students. But wait a minute. Y'all willing to give this fallen Briles guy, this fallen damaged goods of Baylor University a second chance? How come you won't give a student with a 2.2 a second chance, you damn hypocrite? See how stupid y'all sound? Y'all give everybody else a second chance except your own. And that's the problem a lot of us are having. I know me. So look at all these humanitarians when the people are not black. See, I'm a black dude because I went to a black university and we had a lot of black culture there. It's almost like they're trying to diversity and inclusion the black out of HBCUs. Ramon says it's all about degrees, programs, and educational value. That's what I believe too, Ramon. But our Grambling alumni only thinks it's about football. Hell, they don't even respect the tennis team now. Damn. When we was at Grambling in the 90s, the tennis team was popping. The girls' volleyball team was popping. Girls' basketball team was popping. We have a swim team. The track team was popping. Everybody got front page. But men's basketball, everything. But now all they care about is football. That's not how you run a university. Everybody should be popping. Everybody should be talked about. Every sports program that should take front and center. But all they seem to care about, this half of the alumni, all they care about is the football. And that can't go. It shouldn't continue. That's why everything else, let me tell y'all something. You know, aren't y'all getting tired of, now let me stop right there and then I'll finish. I understand the legendary, great, the awesome Coach Edward G. Robinson, Eddie Robinson, football was a vehicle to get us to a particular place. But also, in the 90s, Grambling was also known for his engineering program, his liberal arts program, his mass comm was tops. the Grambling TV, Grambling newspaper, Grambling radio, internships, everything. Our programming was also front news. The nursing program was the envy of everybody. Tech, LSU, Northeast, everybody around wanted Grambling's nursing program. But now, and all you alumni want to talk about is football. See, I want to get back to the academic prowess of Grambling. Negroes can throw a football anytime. That's what I want. And if recruitment is a problem, it's not supposed to be solely on the backs of the football program. The recruitment department at Grambling needs to be funded adequately, manned appropriately. And then all of us, hell, can you send, at least if you got 4 children, can you send 2 of your kids there? If you got 3, can you send 1 of your children there? That helps. And then when we're out and about, instead of wearing Dallas Cowboys, instead of wearing Green Bay shit all day long, wear Grambling stuff all day long wherever you go. That's a recruitment tool. And to the alumni chapters, they too can use more assistance in recruitment. So we're putting the money and the energy in the wrong places. I personally kind of get sick and tired of whenever they see me wearing something Grambling, somebody white or who didn't go to Grambling is older or black, whatever they see me. Man, did you play in the band? No, I didn't play in the band, goddammit. I majored in psychology and social work. Hey, did you play on the football team? I was the football. I look big enough to play on no damn football team. And everybody that goes to Grambling, tell me that's been your experience. Say, how's the band? How's the football team? Well, these other schools that don't have football teams or winning football teams, they talk about how great their programs are. That's the Grambling I want to push. That's the one I prefer to push. How great the sociology, psychology the program is. How great the marketing program and the MBA program is. How great the ED, the Doctor of Education program is. And how great the Masters of Criminal Justice, if they still have it, is great. The Bachelor of Social Work program. The English department. You know, when we get the engineering back, how great that is. The biology. I want to push the programs. Because you can't break your leg in the program and a biology program ends. You know, we should be talking, by this time, we should be talking Grambling getting his own law school. Southern got one. Why aren't we talking like we should be hiring people, recruiting people, professionals who look like us, but if not, you know, get some Asians or whatever, to open up the law school, a law school at Grambling State University. See, I think programs. I don't think no goddamn football. It's great for homecoming. It is. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi in the air. It's a great backdrop. Well, that brings plenty of money. But if you recruit it, if you put the money, you know, use some of that $100 million COVID money that Grambling got, what happened to that money? Where'd that $100 million go? Because Roland Martin showed us. Y'all want to put the link up there? Put it back up there? Roland Martin showed that Grambling got about $100-something million in COVID money. Where did the money go? And all of it ain't going towards that damn fence. I hope they don't build that fence because it's stupid. So where the money at? Why aren't we spending the money? Where's the money being spent? Where was it spent? So y'all know what I'm talking about. So alumni, you know, don't disrespect Doug Williams. Don't do that. And I want Grambling to be known for more than football or even the band. I want Grambling to be known for our programs like any other reputable, self-respecting, dignified university. I want to get to a place where you say, oh, you go to Grambling? Wow, the nursing program there is awesome. Man, the engineering program there, wow. Because we think engineering, when we think of FAMU, even though they got an awesome football team, first thing they think about is the engineering or their pharmacology program, the pharmacy program. Tennessee State, pretty good football team. What we think about? Their engineering program. We think about something that is academic about those schools. Jackson State. Oh, they got an awesome football team, but also their research department is exploding or has exploded. Grambling State University. How's the band? Wow, Coach Eddie Robinson was a really good coach. The man been dead about 5, 10. Gotcha. Yeah, he was. We've had coaches since then. Y'all see what I'm talking about? So when you get tired of knowing just as a football school, then I'll know that you respect Grambling for more than just football. Because I don't think you respect Grambling as a total university, but just as a vehicle so you can get your football rocks off. I respect it as the university as a epicenter of intellectual diversity. And I'm throwing it in because what that means to me is I got to have conversations with African-centered scholars, professors from all walks of life. That was diversity to me. It was an epicenter of higher learning in the 90s. Yeah, there's the foolishness going on compared with 18 to 22. That's what I want Grambling to be known for, not just for football. And we should be tired of that. It's such an old song that's played over and over again. Aren't we tired of that? You Grambling football folks? Aren't y'all tired? You know, at HBCUs, y'all talking about we need to expand and grow. Well, how about we be known as academic universities instead of just for football? And if we want to still push the football, how come we're not pushing our other programs? Tennis, track and field, women's volleyball, girls basketball. You know, and really push the men's. I used to enjoy going to the men's basketball games. They were exciting. So we so hung up on football that we don't even care if they go and hire somebody that nobody else want to touch. Now, I guess, let's say if he starts winning, which I hope. See, I told y'all, y'all haters, and stop that language. Hold on, there you go, Molly. Hotel and restaurant management. Damn right. Shout out to my man, Kevin Matthews, who came out of hotel and restaurant management. Man. Yeah, name your program. If you're on here now, name your program. Cause I'm naming all my favorites. You know, MassCom and all that, but I know we had plenty of them. I named all of Woodson Hall. Everything in Woodson Hall, the TV Center, political science, the criminal justice. Man, I named all of that stuff, but I know there's other majors out there that know. Elementary education. Where's the education program? I hope it's still there. CIS. Thank you, Ramon. You know, I want Grambling to be known for stuff like that. Academic. See, academia translates into intellect. Or they look at Grambling as a smart school. So I want Grambling and other HBCUs who are still doing it to be known as just a dumb jock school. They thinking we don't have football, well, what else we got going on there? I don't like that. I don't like it one damn bit. And you football lovers out there that think that our school revolves around football, no, damn it, football revolves around us. And y'all need to get that straight. So when we get through doing all this cussing and all this foolishness back and forth, attacking people back and forth, then we'll really come together as alumni because we got a lot of work to do. Grambling should not be still mediocre in 2022. No, I think it has like 4,189 undergrad and had about 1,000 graduate schools and others. So it's only like 5,000 some students there. That's all out of all this time. It's weird. Grambling right now should have at least 12 to 15,000 students. Yeah, you got enough empty dorms for them. I'm just saying, you got enough room for 10,000, 12,000. But you're not doing the recruiting. Grambling's not recruiting East Coast and West Coast folks no more. That's the problem. Ernest, what'd you say? Dang, I'll get back to it. Ramon, see, what's up, Jason? Where you been, bro? He says, I love my HBCU, but I did more. I love my HBCU, but I wish I had done more digging. Y'all have a great music program at Grambling besides just the band. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jason. And what's going on? UA? And my man Ramon Sinclair said, a university goes by way of its president. He's a Ramon. You don't want that beehive to come after you, brother. Because there's a such thing as Galatians. They will get you. Yeah. The Galatians, the Galatians will get you. So be careful. And it's no shade or disrespect, but I noticed that that's what it is. Been busy working, man. What's up? Ramon said, I'm not scared. I'm just saying, man, and I'm not trying to be divisive or polarizing. I'm acknowledging and recognize there's a division in our alumni and it needs to stop. And the way it stopped, the way it would be able to stop or stopped, if you ask me that, Rico, how do we do this? How about respect everyone's opinions? Just stop it. No one in this administration is our personal favorites. But that means that we dislike them either. Stop assuming that we dislike the person in the administration because we have some questions or some minor criticisms. Even if they're incorrect, correct us with respect and even gram fam love. Don't make it seem like we're just stupid or out of touch and we don't know what we're talking about. Because obviously with that smoke, damn it, there's fire. And everyone should be allowed to express how they feel or what they know. Because one thing I learned from writing my newsletter years ago, I just shared it in the forms of opinions. But I learned that a lot of you know exactly what's going on. And if I dare hinted on it, even by accident, there's this uproar. That needs to stop. If you know something, tell us. Say what's going on. Don't make it all rosy, because it's not all rosy. It's a damn university. A lot of working and moving parts there. There's some things that need to be corrected. And a lot of times it don't take no 5 years to correct a lot of these things. There's some decisions that have been made and being made that should be looked at, questioned. But you won't, because we're lovers of personalities instead of lovers of the university. See, a lot of us misconstrue our personal like for members of the administration for our love for the university. I have a love for the university. I'm like Otis Williams of the group The Temptations. No one man is bigger than the group. No one man or no one woman is bigger than Grambling State University, in my opinion. And everybody can get this smoke. You hear me? Especially when it comes to my dear old Grambling. And yes, my passion is there because, goddamn it, I put my blood, sweat, and tears when I was there. When I should have been studying harder. But I saw some things that was going on, and I wanted to stop it. And I wanted to say something about it. Sean Penny, what's up? I said something about it. And now there was consequences to it, and still suffering those consequences. But it's fine. I don't take back anything I've ever written about or expressed or exposed in my newsletter or in that newspaper called the Grambling Night. But see, a lot of you still exist today that you think, well, I'm just going to show all this narrative. I'm not going to go, as you may label it, negative. It's not negative. It's called varying opinions and thoughts. And we all have varying opinions and thoughts about this recent hiring of this Bryles guy. And we should respect that. But a lot of us don't. And we need to change the focus from Grambling always being football and push our damn programs. Because I like to be known Grambling State University, where they got a serious engineering program, a banging biology program, man, a top-notch liberal arts, psychology, sociology, criminal justice program, education, master's program in social work, BSW in social work. That's the stuff I want to be known for. I didn't play no damn footballs. I didn't play an instrument. So I've gotten tired of people stopping me, asking me about some damn football. Or did you play in the band? No. And I love our band. I swear I do. So it's nothing against the band. The Silver Dogs and the KK Psi and Phi Mu Alpha. Those, I love them. Those are my peeps. And believe it or not, y'all come here. Come closer, damn it. Because we Grambling, baby. Damn, hell, we Grambling. I even love our fraternities and sororities. Because that was part of my experience as well. I loved going to the Greek shows. And I loved going to the Kappa parties too. But my criticisms of you doesn't mean I dislike you. I don't know why I have to keep saying that. You cannot have a university, a full university, without members of the Divine Nine being on campus. You can't have a full university without the conscious community on the campus. You cannot have a full university without folks who come from the suburbs and have these almost like Carlton Banks-esque ideas. You cannot have a black university. Come on, somebody. Without those who consider themselves the political part, the SGA or the junior class president. You can't have it. All of it made black culture. All of it was a melting pot of blackness. You can't have a black university without, especially Grambling, without our Orkeses, Lord Jesus. I was about to call some names just then, but I'm not going to do that. Because some of these women are probably married. They probably didn't know that I loved them so much when they was doing those high kicks and splits on the Orkeses. Hell, I might call a few. If y'all know these ladies, tell them I loved them then. I know that, they're cool now. Let's see who I loved. Lanita Muhammad. Well, she's Lanita Muhammad. I loved her. Kim Ford or Kim Garner. Carvella. Loved her. Who else were Keisha? Darcy Arsenault. Y'all remember those beautiful women? And others, of course. I don't remember their names. They were all beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful Orkeses. Would you say Jason can't have without the good food? I named them because I think those ladies were beautiful Orkeses. It's more, I can't remember them. But those are the names that stick out. They were so cute. Oh, wait a minute. Lisa, y'all remember Lisa Newby? Cute, cute, cute. I love them. Those are some of the Orkeses that was during my time. I loved it. It was many others. Oh, the one that Coach Doug married, gorgeous. Rhonda, cutie, long legs. And I can't remember no other names. Those are the ones that stuck out. Yeah, what's up, Keith? Yeah, so I'm not torn on this whole not really torn. And the issue is what it is. They've hired him, and it's cool. I'm not gonna say I don't care. What upset me about this whole thing is the arrogance and the egotism and its condescension and its sarcasm of those who are pro him. And you thought you were supposed to control the conversation. And when those of us start coming in large numbers, you increased your ugliness, your disrespect. That's why I went live tonight, to address that. And to solidify, we're still Grambling State University, but also recognize this, obviously, Grambling State University, we got two sets of alumni there. You got one who only cares about football. Then you have the rest of us who care about the university, its programs, its students, the welfare, and the health of the university and the students, and the future of the university. And if I've left out anything, I don't have a problem doing a part 2. But I thank all of you who came in. Unless somebody want to come in and talk to me, I don't mind. There's a few folks in here. If you want to push that little red button or green button, if you want to talk to me about it, I'll have a conversation with you. I'm not just gonna say all of this and not just run off. So press that little button if you want to say, hey, Rika, I want to share my thoughts on it. Or do you think Grambling is actually divided, and that's been a big problem as it relates to our progress as a university? And what are your thoughts on the recent hiring? And we understand the background. He's been exonerated, and he's got a settlement with Baylor University and all this stuff. But still, you okay with that stain being on the university, on the university's reputation? I'll take your comments or your questions or whatever you want to talk about. As Molly said, I graduated in hotel and restaurant management. So they're pressed a little button. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you. You want to ask me any questions, or you say, I don't agree with anything you said, I like to talk to you as well. So go ahead and press that little button right there if you want to talk to me. And if you remember any cutie pie, if you're a man in here, you remember any of your favorite Orkeses from back in the day. Let me know. I named about 5 or 6 of them, and they still look beautiful today. But they were really gorgeous, and I loved them back then. I loved them from afar. They didn't know I loved them like that. Mm. Probably some more. So anyway, anybody else? Or anybody, I'm sorry, anybody who'd like to talk? Okay. Well, it's cool. I'm not going to hold y'all, and I appreciate those of you who dropped by just to hear me rant about this. Let me put my cap down like I had a wig on or something. Like, ooh, yeah. I wasn't finna do it. So be cool, Graham fam. Hell, we Grambling, baby. What else? What's all the Grambling quotes? Hell, we Grambling, baby. Why not Grambling? Graham fam. We are one. And I truly mean that. If I didn't, I wouldn't care so much to even make a live of this magnitude. Hopefully, whoever listens to this, after you become offended, after you become upset, and maybe we can also make some changes and talk to each other a little better. Not just online, because online, I know we say some real smart, wild stuff, but if we see each other in person, so let's talk to each other with a little more respect and kindness. We don't have to fall in love. We don't have to, cut our wrists and become blood brothers and sisters. No, just be dignified, because one thing about it, when we get through with all of this, Grambling State University is what we're trying to protect. I know all of us in our own way, but we're going to have some conversations about some things that really matter. Not just all the good stuff, but some things that aren't so flattering about our dear old Grambling State University. All right, y'all. Y'all peace forever, your Grand fam. I'm out of here. Peace.